Well, you guys love astrology.
Love, yes.
I'm obsessed that you love astrology. And I think spirituality, right? Like that whole world, it all ties together. And I do have your guys' birth charts here so I can answer any questions. I know that you guys already know a lot about your own birth charts, but tell me a little bit about your relationship with astrology when you guys kind of found it or when it found you.
I would say because we've been doing the podcast for like 10 years now, we started it during our Saturn return. So I think that period of the Saturn return, we were like, what is going on with our lives? Why do we feel so lost? Everything felt like it was crumbling and we wanted to find answers and we wanted to learn more about ourselves. So when you moved to Los Angeles, we were both in Los Angeles. I'm from Ohio. She's from the East Coast too.
I'm from Ohio.
Where?
Dayton.
Girl, I'm from Cincinnati.
That's crazy. Well, I already knew that when I plugged in your birth info, but I forgot and I meant to bring that up.
Ohio people get out.
We get out.
One thing about us is we're going to get out.
We're going to get out.
We're going to leave.
We're going to leave.
We're going to leave.
You don't. I'm so sorry.
But don't you feel like it's like half the people stay and then half the people get out?
Yes.
You know?
But then the people that leave, we find each other.
Yes.
Like I feel like I always can spot like a Midwestern or even East Coast too.
Yes.
Like we find each other.
There's some energy about Ohio. I'm so grateful for living there. But when we moved to Los Angeles, we were like, we just wanted to learn more about ourselves and our lives. And astrology is such a powerful tool for that.
Yeah.
So I think when you're on that path of self-discovery, and especially when you're at a rock bottom point, which is where we were at our Saturn return, you're like, what could I grab onto to learn more about who I am and where I'm going? And astrology was so helpful for that.
It's like a floating device. Totally. It's like we're drowning. Let me try to swim,
Yes,
please.
yes. And then when you I knew my sun sign Pisces, but once you figure out the rest of the chart, you're like, oh my, like a whole new world opens up.
There's a lot of people that never even find astrology. Like they live their whole life without knowing their birth chart. Like I'm so grateful that we know our placements. Like it's such a good tool.
It was an unlock for, to sound corny, but self-love. You know, when I learned about my chart and just how I'm coded, I was like, oh, that's who I'm meant to be. And that's actually something that can be really powerful. That's something that could actually help me to get to where I want to go or just like know myself more deeply. And when we found out we were in our Saturn return, we were like, oh, because we didn't know it when we started the podcast.
I have a perception of myself as healthy and there's nothing you could tell me that would make me think I was not healthy.
It's delusion, which is Pisces, which is
straight up.
Don't come into my bubble because over here I'm healthy, I'm safe, and I'm good. I'm vibing. And when people try to get into the Pisces bubble, we're like, why are you doing that?
My Pisces delusion has saved me in dating in crazy ways. Like man doesn't text me back. I'm like, he literally likes me too much. It's brought up a lot for him.
He's
now doing inner work.
Because he's obsessed. He needs to go work on why he's
literally. So I'm calling him to king and he's not ready. Like it's like so crazy. I'm like, he's not talking to me because he likes me so much that he's just like overwhelmed.
So I'm a Capricorn sun, Pisces rising. So then throwing my Capricorn sun in there too, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like he's just not ready for this.
Yes.
He's not ready. And then the Libra moon though, I'm like, I'm working on that right now. So
what's
now
a Libra moon
again. Yeah. So the moon sign, I always say it's like what we need. It's the non-negotiable. The Libra moon can get me in trouble because it's flirty. Let's all go through ours. Okay, so Libra moon, I need peace and connection, like deep connection. So that's why I love astrology too, and being able to like connect on a deeper level, but also like aesthetics and like pretty things. But I need love, But then my Capricorn sun is like picky and like, which is good.
Yeah, that's
which
helpful.
is really good.
Especially with the Pisces. I'm Sag moon, so I need play.
You need expansion, travel, play, fun, money. Sagittarius, it's all about getting out of your comfort zone. So it's living in your fourth house of home, family, foundation. So what you just said about like the one thing about Ohio is we get out.
That's so true.
Because your Sagittarius moon is in the fourth house. It maybe wasn't easy. There might have been a lot of emotions like leaving family and even like homesickness, maybe growing up because the moon in the fourth is really attached. But Sagittarius isn't. It's like, I got to get out. I got to grow. I got to see the world.
Yes. Yeah. If I would have known that living in Ohio growing up, I'd be so much more at peace. I was so like restless in my hometown.
Oh, for sure. I bet.
Like, what am I doing?
You're like, I can't wait to get out.
Yeah.
Because I know that I'm meant to do big things.
Didn't know where I was meant to go, but I was like, I know I'm meant to get out of here.
Yeah. Okay. And Lindsey, you are a Gemini moon.
Gemini moon, yeah.
So you need connection too. So Libra, Gemini, both air signs. So we need deeper connection. Libra, think more like 2 is better than 1. And then with Gemini, it needs to know everything. Like Gemini is a sponge. It absorbs everything, Also, it's living in your 9th house, which is the house of publishing. It's the house of speaking, foreign travel, getting out of your comfort zone. It's the Sagittarius house. You guys both kind of got that big expansive energy. But Gemini, so needing to write and learn and storytell.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. That rings true.
Do you feel like some aspects of your chart like pop more in your like certain points of your life where you're like, oh wow, I'm really noticing my Venus. I'm noticing myself. Like, what do you notice in your life?
Great example. Let's go to you because we were just joking about how you don't think you're that connected to your Pisces sun. Our sun is who we are becoming. So I always think of our sun sign as like the destination. It's kind of where we want to go because it's where we feel happy and confident and proud. So like we want to be there. It's our full potential. So wherever our sun is, think like that's what we're tapping into and we're becoming our sun sign. So you are becoming more Pisces every day. But you also have your North Node in Pisces. The North Node, I call it the queen bee in astrology. It is the point of destiny and purpose, and it's all about the North Node. Like all our planets, they're in the little house doing their job, but they're all working to get us to where the North Node is. Yours is in Pisces. January of this year, of 2025, the North Node entered Pisces. This is a bigger deal for you because you are a Pisces sun with your North Node in Pisces. So you're actually going through your nodal return. And you're Pisces sun. And the North Node increases things. It pulls our soul into that direction. Over the next like 2.5, 3 years, you are really leaning more into your Pisces. Also, it's in your 7th house of relationship and marriage.
Yes, baby.
So someone's coming.
When?
I don't know when. Someone's here, but I don't know if that's the one that's here.
And that's okay. We can keep playing because that's the thing with the North Node. Is
what makes you say someone's coming based on that?
Because the North Node is our destiny point. And when the North Node enters a certain area of our chart, we know that that is kind of what the universe is like pushing you towards. So over the next 2.5, 3 years, the North Node's in your 7th house. It is the house of relationships and marriage.
Wow.
Yeah. And also you went through a divorce, right? Having the sun in the 7th house, because we know that that's where you shine, relationship, like in the grand scheme of your life, like relationship is a really important area.
Yeah.
Usually sun signs do experience in modern astrology. Not every sun sign. If you have your sun in 7th house, I'm not saying you're destined for a divorce. However, there's a lot of identity within your like relationship sector. Yeah. So usually there's a lot of lessons we're learning.
Yeah.
And the North Node is there, which quite literally is saying you've never mastered this area before. So we can look at our past life. If we have our North Node in the 7th house, that's where we're going. The South Node would be in your 1st house, which is the house of self. So I like to think of like in your past life, you mastered being a Virgo and you mastered yourself. You were hardworking, independent, efficient. You've been there, done that. So in this lifetime, like, of course you already know how to do that. That's natural to you. It's your rising. But now you're meant to learn how to share your soul with someone else and to balance. Yeah.
That's
and you guys are like, "Ooh," I'm like, I'm scared of that.
Like, no,
I literally am like, I'm nervous, right? I'm like, that is terrifying
like,
for me. As a Pisces, I don't know if your Pisces relates to this. I'm like, where do I end? Where do I begin and where do I end?
And Pisces is literally the zodiac sign where we actually leave the physical world and we go to wherever, whatever the other side is. It's kind of not real. It's otherworldly. We have one foot in the real world, one foot in delusion.
Yeah.
The fact you even are a little hesitant explains it because, you know, it's territory that you haven't explored in a minute, but you're being offered over this next chapter to explore it and to have fun.
I'm working on that. In therapy, I'm like, there's an aspect of me that feels so dissolvable that I'm like, okay, how can I have form? I'm on my own.
Relate so much to
It's such a weird thing to say if you're like not a Pisces, but I'm like, how do I have form in relationship?
Okay, so this is interesting. We're opposite. I just went through a breakup in January when the nodes switched. So for me, my North Node is in Pisces, but it's in my 1st house. So I'm being pulled to release a relationship. It's opposite the 7. So we're opposite. So you're leaning into the relationship. I'm releasing a relationship and leaning into me and independence and picking myself back up.
Wow.
So you see how it's like the North Node's in Pisces for everyone. And so Lindsey, for you, you don't have any planets in Pisces. So that doesn't mean that this is not an important time for you. It's just not going to be as transformative and it's not going to feel as personal as it will for you. But for you, it's in your 6th house of day-to-day work. and schedules and to-do lists. It's kind of giving like, okay, you're on dates and having fun. And Lindsey's like, okay, I guess I gotta
I have to go to the grocery store.
No, that's actually our life.
That is my life.
We will
Okay, I
talk
guess
on the
I'm
phone in the
doing the
morning and
job.
I'm like, so this last night. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, cleaning up Mab's stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is totally
That's
day
so
to day.
cute.